Hey peeps, Kim Dunbar here again, and I know I was supposed to be posting this last weekend as far as the ultrasound student update, but I worked a lot. I ended up working 3 shifts in 2 days, and it was awesome. It was awesome because I made the choice to work these shifts. They were absolutely necessary. They are absolutely necessary for this time, and if I'm able to do it, and hey, I'm gonna knock it out. So last week is kind of a blur because I'm a little bit tired, but ultrasound student wise, I can give you an update. So last week was the final week that my abdominal sonography teacher was actually teaching us. Like, she is officially gone to her next assignment, and I wish her the best, yet I miss her. And because I love abdomen, and she seemed to love it too, and so I seriously thrived off of her enthusiasm and her willingness to teach me. Like, God bless you, my dear, and I wish you well in everything that you do. um in the meantime, though, like, she was like, all right, well, finals are next week, so make sure you get things going. And so last week we ended up having to do our comps, which are our comprehensives. It's just basically the whole, actually scanning. So we ended up doing an entire abdomen competency. So we did liver, pancreas, gallbladder, spleen, kidneys, bladder. No, we didn't do bladder. I'm sorry. I'm getting more confused. And it was actually pretty cool. I was like, okay, and I won't lie, I was getting lost half the time. I'm like, okay, the liver's up here, your gallbladder is supposed to be here. What the fudge? Where's your gallbladder? But it was cool to see, like, it was like the third eye was opening or some weirdness like that. Like, it wasn't just gray, like 50 shades of gray. It was actual, like, holy crap, I know what I'm looking at. Some things I'm still like, I don't know what the heck this is, but I know landmarks now. I'm like, okay, I can do landmarks. Whoop, whoop. So awesome in that. I also did my echo competency, and that was trickier. The echo has 14 views of the heart. I didn't freaking know you needed all these dang views, but each one is essential, and so I know why they're essential, and I get it. The actual scanning, though, is, we are freaking snowflakes. Yes, I know where the anatomy is, but every person is different. And the person that I ended up scanning, they have asthma. Really, really bad asthma. So their lungs, like, you're supposed to have lungs that are just full of air. And, air, you can basically just put your probe on there and you see right through to that heart. But her lungs were so scarred and so just inflamed. Like, it was like trying to scan, trying to look through a cobweb for your anatomy. And so, I would try to see. I would try, look. I was like, deep breath here. Hold that breath out. Exhale just a little bit. Shift to the side. Let's shift to the other side. Lift your arm here. It was challenging. It was freaking challenging. I was out, man. I got so frustrated. I got it. I was frustrated, but I got it done. And so one good thing about my echo teacher, she has been in the field for, I think she says 16 years, and she is boss. Like, and she knows our anatomy because we scan each other as students. So when she saw that I was done, like, it took me about, I won't lie, I can't even imagine how long it took me to get all of my scans. But when she came back, she was like, you did her? You did her. Let me see those scans. And I was like, okay, all right, I hope you like it. She went over to my ultrasound machine. She was like, you did this by yourself? I'm like, she was like, girl, you passed your comp. I know how hard she is. And I was like, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, thank you. I was so freaking happy. I was out, man. I won't lie. It had me reevaluating my life, like, my life choices trying to get this girl. But honestly, it was realistic. And one good thing she told me, she was like, if you can do her, other people are going to be so easy, and you're going to be so fast and so efficient. And I needed to hear that. I needed to know that, not to be afraid of the hard scans. Like, always, always be willing to scan. Like, we have some people in our class that, I'm like, okay, your turn to get the probe. And they're like, no, thank you. And I'm like, aren't we paying for this program? Like, aren't you paying for the privilege to scan and practice scanning? But whatever. I'm the little red hen. Fine. You don't want it? I took that probe right back so I could keep on scanning. So I was so happy. So the competencies were done last week. And then I ended up working a 50-hour week. Again, I am a full-time student, but I'm also a full-time mom and a full-time veterinary technician. And we got bills to pay. We got a house that we're trying to buy, and I have student loans that need to go to the pits of Hades real quick. So it's a bit of a balance, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it now, and I started my program in March. I know that things are going to get harder the longer that I'm in this program, so you might as well just suck it up and just do what you can now. Save up and pay off as much as you can now. Today, actually, I ended up finished doing my my abdominal final, like my actual written final, like the ARDMS questions, and I'm like, God is really testing me because not only was I late, like I got a ticket this morning, it was a whole thing. I got ticketed this morning, I dropped the kids off late, I get to class late, and when I open my laptop to take my final, the first thing it says to me is like, you have low battery, and I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm like, I know anatomy. Me and anatomy, we are here. We are freaking friends. So I opened up that thing. We have responders that tracks us to make sure that we're not cheating. I was like, F it. Let me just knock this out. And I was like, boom, 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 boom. What is that? Screw it. Boom, 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 boom. Don't die, laptop. Boom, 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 boom. And I knocked out all 100 of those questions. I said send before I even thought about it. I was like, oh, fuck, I just finished the book. And I looked at the score, and it was lower than I wanted. Because I'm a perfectionist, I always want 100. It was 81, but I freaking passed the final, and I averaged really well in that class because anatomy is my jam. So I was like, yes, praise Jesus, yes. I went out today. As soon as I was done with that laptop, I was still on adrenaline. So boom, 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 boom. I got up, I walked across the street to Walmart because we have an echo project to do. I bought all the stuff. I came back. By the time I came back to the school, I started working on the project, texting my group, and one person left. The other person stayed to help, and I was done. Like, usually we stay in classes from 9 till 1, 9 to 1, 9 to 2, something like that. Girl, we were out of there by 11. I was like, And everybody talked all that trash. They're like, Cam, how did you finish so fast? I'm like, my battery was dying. I was like on a 15-minute timer. I didn't want to die. I didn't want it to die in the middle of my final. I did not want to do this ish again. So that was my finals week for my very, so that is my summary of my 2 weeks plus today. I have my echo final on Friday, and I'll let you know how that works Saturday. And we will keep this thing trucking. I will be off for Christmas break, which means prayerfully we will be closing on our house by that time. So I won't be a sonography student in those next 2 weeks. I will be mommy / vet tech Kim. If you do want to hear about those moments, by all means, let me know in the comments, and I can definitely make a video during holiday break. But otherwise, I will see you guys this Friday or this weekend coming up. But yeah, man, I'm doing it. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. I am so excited. Like, I love everything that I'm learning. I love how all the pieces are coming together, and I'm looking forward to this journey. And thank you guys for allowing me to take you with me. It's been awesome, and let's keep the good times rolling. All right, that's it for me. I will talk to you guys later because I got my next shift starting soon. Yeah, I need a nap. Later. Bye.